Let me ask you this. Do you know which house is the most expensive on the planet? According to Forbes in 2024, the number one spot belongs to Buckingham Palace in London, valued at around $4.9 billion. But since Buckingham Palace is royal property, let's temporarily set that aside. What about the second place? Head over to Dubai, and you'll get to see the second most expensive residence on Earth, Antilia, valued at $2 billion. It's without question the most extravagant private mansion in the world. But who's splurging money like autumn leaves blowing in the wind? Well, that would be Mukesh Ambani, India's richest man, the second richest in Asia, and ranked 36th globally. Antilia stands 173 meters tall, with 27 floors, and is said to be able to withstand an earthquake up to 8.0 on the Richter scale. The top floors feature 3 helipads, and inside you'll find a private temple, a ballroom, a movie theater, a snow room to melt away the brutal Indian heat, a spa, a yoga studio, and the bottom 6 floors serve as a garage to showcase his collection of 168 luxury cars. And get this, it's all for just 5 members of the Ambani family. Yet it takes an entire army of 600 staff to operate and maintain. There's no question that Antilia is the epitome of luxury. But when it comes to beauty, well, not everyone's a fan. Many say it looks like a diseased tree, living proof that wealth doesn't always equal class. They say Ambani's money could pile as high as Mount Wutai and pin down the Monkey King for 500 years, but even he can't seem to buy the intangible sensitivity of intellect, culture, or conscience. Antilia isn't just an architectural disaster, it's a slap in the face to the millions of people surviving in Mumbai's slums. To be fair, Ambani isn't the only billionaire in India, and we certainly can't blame all of the country's problems on one man. But through the construction of Antilia, Mukesh Ambani has made crystal clear the upper class's detachment from their fellow citizens. All he has to do is stand at his window, and he can witness the horrifying scenes unfolding every hour, every minute, right in the city he calls home. With 22 million residents, Mumbai is India's economic and financial capital. Each morning, 8 million people commute to work on overcrowded trains. But with only 4 railway lines, this is what rush hour looks like. Videos of India's train stations, resembling a zombie apocalypse, have shocked the world, leaving viewers in utter disbelief. In response, Mumbai's government has added 4 more subway lines. But overcrowded trains are far from the only problem this megacity faces. For the first time in history, India has surpassed China to become the most populous nation on Earth. As the country's economic hub, Mumbai's population is expected to reach 30 million by 2035. To make room for more housing, skyscraper condos are mushrooming across the city, earning Mumbai the nickname, the Inferno Metropolis. These properties are designed for the wealthy elite, those who long for a more westernized Euro-American lifestyle. But in order to make room for new housing, the Mumbai government has cleared out entire slum areas, neighborhoods that were home to half of the city's population. Yes, you heard that right. Half of Mumbai's people live in these dilapidated slums. And the people who live there in many ways are just like us. They have dreams, joys, fears, and worries. The only difference? They live among the towering mountains of garbage that Mumbai produces. And that garbage, believe it or not, is the most luxurious thing they have. Because aside from the daily waste of millions of residents, they also receive trash from the surrounding 5-star hotels. Garbage is their lifeline, but it's also what's slowly killing them. The dark, polluted streams that snake through the slums, that's where they bathe, relieve themselves, wash their dishes, and draw drinking water. For the young ones, the best jobs they can hope for involve sorting, collecting, and selling trash. Their dream is to one day step foot inside Mumbai's airport, even if it's just to pick up scraps. Their happiness is not having to eat rats for dinner. Their sadness is watching loved ones waste away from hunger, illness, or being caught stealing just to survive. The all-consuming fear that haunts every slum dweller isn't about next year or next week. It's whether they'll make it through today. That fear clings to them like the very air they breathe, so familiar they've come to accept it as a normal part of life. This is a place of deceit, betrayal, and resentment. Instead of protecting or helping one another, the prevailing rule here is, the big fish devour the small. Those with even the slightest connection to government siphon off foreign aid dollars, setting up fake education programs just to embezzle funds and trade favors like a mafia network. Police and judges crush the powerless, as long as there's profit to be made. The desperate envy the slightly less desperate and find equally desperate ways to strike back at anyone who owns more. Everyone is oppressing someone, and in turn, being oppressed by someone else. The slums of Mumbai are now sprawling northward, expanding so fast that they've begun encroaching on Sanjay Gandhi National Park, a sanctuary for many species of wildlife. As a result, leopards have started wandering into people's homes, competing with domestic dogs for scraps. And humans, too, aren't spared from the fangs of wild hunger. Mumbai may be a land of slums, but it's also known as the City of Dreams, largely thanks to Bollywood, the city's iconic film industry, which produces nearly 2,000 movies a year. Meanwhile, upscale neighborhoods are booming in the city center. People are racing to move into shiny new skyscrapers, seeing them as status symbols for the elite. Why? Because Mumbai's most privileged families, celebrities, politicians, power players, all live on the highest floors. In short, the richer you are, the thinner the air you breathe. And yet, even that is better than staying at ground level, where the poor are suffocating from pollution and noise, the everyday reality for those at the very bottom of society. To both the authorities and the rich, the slums are nothing more than ugly blemishes, meant to be covered up with flashy, decorative tarps, as long as the city can put on a show of prosperity for the Western world. Or better yet, just wipe them out completely to make way for beautiful high-rises. And a significant portion of India's upper class is willfully complicit in this. Now back to Ambani and Antilia. At this point, people are too tired to keep accusing him of bribery and corruption, because honestly, no one in India could possibly amass that kind of fortune the way Ambani has without cutting corners somewhere along the way. Yes, Ambani gives generously to charity, but for most Indians, that generosity is an unspoken joke. A farce everyone knows, but no one says out loud. Both of these truths, poverty and inequality, are so common in India that they've become part of daily life. But when it comes to Antilia, Mukesh Ambani truly crossed a line. Named after a mythical island paradise, it seems the Ambani family built Antilia to sever all ties with the harsh realities of India, to establish a kingdom of their own. When someone has the kind of wealth that Mukesh Ambani does, he's never short of sycophants, leeches, and shameless opportunists, people who profit by whispering in his ear that he is a king, a god, a chosen one. And of course, if you're a king, you need a palace, a throne to rule from. Perhaps Ambani was blinded by the glow of his own power and genuinely believed that building Antilia was a gift to India. Who knows, maybe he imagined Antilia becoming a modern-day Taj Mahal and himself a king of the new era, immortalized in history. But for most Indians, the lavishness of Antilia is a national embarrassment, a monument to excess in a country still plagued by poverty and hunger. The building is made of stacked glass and concrete boxes, shifting between transparent glass, frosted glass, and solid walls, to separate the private areas, entertainment zones, and public-facing displays meant to impress outsiders. Still, Antilia has been mockingly called the vertical slum, a jab at its awkward proportions and chaotic layout. Its bizarre structure uncannily resembles the makeshift shelters in nearby slums, except Antilia is made of steel and concrete, and reaches into the sky. Some have even remarked that, in terms of aesthetics, a simple mud and straw hut is easier on the eyes than Antilia. Others worry that one strong earthquake could shatter the entire structure, burying surrounding buildings in the rubble, calling it a house of cards, waiting to fall. As for its interior design, according to Nida Ambani, Mukesh's wife, the central theme of Antilia's decor is the sun and the lotus flower. That's why the house is filled with handcrafted art pieces, wood, crystal, half mother of pearl, all following the two main motifs, the sun and the lotus. But ironically, Antilia suffers from a lack of natural light. According to Vastu Shastra, India's traditional system of architecture and energy alignment, the building violates a major principle. Indian homes are supposed to face toward the rising sun. Yet the eastern side of Antilia has very few windows. To make it unique, each floor was finished using a different material. But judging from the photos the Ambani family has proudly shared with the press, everything looks more or less the same. Antilia's design philosophy seems to be more is less. Everywhere you look, random rugs, dangling chandeliers, crystals of every kind, and mirrored gold-plated walls, gleaming from floor to ceiling. Functionally, though, there's nothing to complain about. The building is basically a miniature city. A 50-seat private theater, a spa, a beauty salon, a yoga studio, 6 levels of garage space, plus a showroom and repair shop for the supercar collection. And of course 9 high-speed elevators zooming up and down. But when Antilia was finally completed, Ambani hesitated for quite a while, and still never really moved in. Every night, the building glows brilliantly into the late hours, filled with parties and ballroom events. Yet when bedtime comes, everyone goes back to their own homes, even the Ambani family. According to insider sources, Ambani claimed that the lack of sunlight and bad Vastu energy made it inauspicious to live in. In the end, the Ambanis still prefer their modest 14-story apartment in the southern part of the city over Antilia. In July 2024, when Mukesh Ambani hosted the wedding of his youngest son, Anant Ambani, to Radhika Merchant, a businesswoman, classical dancer, and daughter of pharmaceutical tycoon Varun Merchant, Antilia was one of the event venues. Alongside the Geo World Convention Center, also owned by Ambani, which can accommodate up to 16,000 guests. And that wasn't even the main ceremony yet. But the pre-wedding festivities and year-long celebrations for the couple reportedly burned through hundreds of millions of dollars. For example, on July 5th, singer Justin Bieber performed at a pre-wedding dance party, with American media speculating that his appearance cost around $10 million. Back in March, even though it was just the announcement of the wedding, they threw a 3-day bash for 1,200 guests, including billionaires Mark Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, and various political figures, with a total bill of over $150 million. The events featured a lineup of India's biggest entertainment names, including actor Amir Khan, who rose to fame through the film 3 Idiots. American pop star Rihanna was also invited for a private performance during the days-long celebration, which ended with a drone light show using over 5,500 remote-controlled flying devices. The couple, both aged 29 and 30, also hosted exclusive summer parties with close friends, chartering the Celebrity Ascent cruise ship for 4 days and 3 nights, serving over 800 guests. The guest list included A-list Bollywood celebrities and global music acts like Katy Perry and the Backstreet Boys. In the days leading up to the wedding, Mumbai police blocked several nearby streets, claiming the event was public in nature and involved numerous VIPs. There were also reports that the Ambani family chartered 3 Falcon 2000 jets to fly in special guests. Indian media hinted that around 100 private jets and a fleet of limousines were mobilized to transport attendees. This wedding didn't feel like a wedding. It looked more like a massive PR campaign to flaunt the family's wealth and global influence. Social media was flooded with videos of celebrities and the ultra-rich mingling in luxurious spaces, dressed in high-end designer outfits and feasting on extravagant meals. Different sources gave different estimates for the total cost, but most agree it exceeded $600 million. A full year after the so-called wedding of the century, it remains unclear how many people actually live in Antilia. All we know is that amid all the criticism surrounding it, the Ambani family has chosen to stay silent. Both Mukesh and Nita Ambani are guarded day and night by government-sponsored security teams. I'd imagine Mukesh Ambani doesn't sleep all that peacefully at night. His mansion may never be seen as a masterpiece of art or a national treasure of India. But one thing's for sure, it will be forever remembered as a painful symbol of India's modern economy. The building itself may not have literal high and low floors, but class divisions have always used architecture to rule, and likely always will.